as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. In motion right, Debo. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That's out to the flat for Akers. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson going to change things up here. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. To throw is Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Isaiah likely the target that time. And it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Raiders defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And again, it's Prescott. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game.
This is caught inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Now Wilson changing the play. Flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Look at the big man rumble. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Wilson. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now they'll audible to something else. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. In motion, Slayton. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to read.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyquan Thornton. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw is Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Samuel in motion. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Well, now they'll try the end around. Able to slither by. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running with power here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Wilson. This will be caught at Samuel. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Touchdown, Raiders! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
In motion left goes a tight end. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. In motion, Slayton. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on fourth down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Prescott off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now they'll shift things around. Right side, Thornton with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Here's 3rd and a few inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run it here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. An audible here to get a new look. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now Wilson on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. There's Wilson to throw. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Wilson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Sheds off the tackle. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he is going to have a Raiders first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Debo going in motion left. On 1st down, Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Wilson wants a different look. To throw is Wilson on 3rd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Ryland on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Go street. Lion.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw. Hooker. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Hooker. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Hooker's going to throw it. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
65 catch, 65 catch. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Throwing. Hooker. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Cowboy 80, Dragon 60. Ready.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by the USC man, Dod1 Jackson. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much, and you forget the other options that are out there.
Hey, Crash.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Pats, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.